Hello everyone, Orik here. I think I can call myself a beginner video game developer now at this point because I've been working on games for 3 years now. There's not much, so still a beginner, but I've been training myself and practicing and preparing myself for becoming that developer since I was 7 years old. So in total, 18 years of experience on training myself and pushing me the hardest to learn how to become a video game developer. I think it will be useful for some people that I talk about my experience getting into the video game industry, especially to people who hasn't made the jump to make video games. So, you might be wondering, how does a 7-year-old learns how to make video games or prepare himself to be a developer so far ahead in the future? And the normal answer, it would be through learning how to code. And I think it would have been pretty useful for me if I had learned how to code. But I wasn't very good at computers at the time, so I've been always more of an artist myself. So I've started to make comics, to write novels, to draw characters, and overall doing the art style of a video game and the story. So I've started writing and I've started drawing a lot of characters and comics. I think I still have some comics here hidden in my house from when I was 7. I have to search for them. So the first thing that you as a developer has to know, at least, is that there is no 100% original ideas, and that would be because we as humans, we create things in base of the things we know and we see. So for example, Zelda, the original Zelda, it was inspired from the concept of exploring, and that's why in their Breath of the Wild game they made exploration so much notorious in that game, and it's so free. They want to capitalize on the exploration concept. Also, let's look at Fortnite. Fortnite is a game that it wasn't a battle royale until PUBG came out. And PUBG, it was a battle royale, a more realistic style, but Fortnite added the mechanic of building things. So you have to know that there is no 100% original idea. So when I was a kid and I was playing Super Smash Bros. Melee, I wanted to make a character that joins the character roster of Melee. And from that moment on, I knew I wanted to be a video game developer. I didn't know how, I didn't know when, but I knew it. So I wanted to make a character, which I thought that it had to be cool, it had to have a cool story and all sorts of stuff. But I didn't know how to start, so I started through another character, another video game character. So I made a Sonic clone. This Sonic clone, it was, I guess you could call it a new character, but it wasn't as different enough from the Sonic universe to be something else. After that, after Super Smash Bros. Brawl came out and Sonic was in the roster, I knew I had to change the character. I, at the moment, liked a lot of reptiles, and I still do, so I made it a reptile. So I transformed something that it was directly copied from Sonic, and I transformed the character to something else. I put my personal signature in. And that is how you make the step 0. You take some existing material like a mechanic or a game, and you tweak it, you modify it, and that way you make your own original quote-unquote stuff. Lots of games start like that. That is how I started. I started with a Sonic clone, and I started with a character that was basically from the Sonic universe, and now it's another whole thing that is making myself genuinely satisfied with what I'm doing, and I feel like it's truly something original and satisfying to watch. I'm making a game which is basically classic Zelda-like. It has some elements of Metroidvania in the exploration, and it has, in the combat side of things, it has some beat-em up mechanics. For the moment, it has been so fun to develop that game. I have 1 year of development, and it's about the character I've been making since I was 7. So it has been very surreal to me to have brought this character for so many years and finally giving it some way to publish it. So that was step 0. Step 0 is tweaking a game. Step 1, it's much more important, especially for the ones who want to make a game and haven't been able to do so. And that is getting up, getting into your computer and actually downloading the engine and playing with it, and prove to you that it's not that scary. I know how it feels. It's so overwhelming and so confusing, everything, every function. I know how it is. But if you want to make games, let's be real here. If you want to make games, you have to learn the discipline of a video game developer, and that is being self-taught. Video game developers are self-taught. More often than not, we have to learn different areas that doesn't belong to our knowledge, and we have to learn by ourselves. So let's get an example. I studied design. My career doesn't have, at least in my college, didn't have a single lesson about programming. And when I found one, it was from engineering, and it was very tough. So if you don't want to suffer, I would recommend it that you learn by your own methods. And if you want to learn design, you can. If you want to learn coding, you can. If you want to learn art, you can. There's a ton of lessons, online classes in the internet, or even YouTube. You can learn from anywhere in the internet now. So I would say the first step is getting out of the chair or sofa or bed and actually go to your computer and go to the engine and learn something. If you don't know how to do something, you have to learn how to do it by yourself. At least that was the way I made it. Everything I know about C#, for example, it's because I've learned it by myself. Unity by playing with the engine and playing and I took lessons. So it's only about if you are willing to do it. Sorry if I sound like I'm losing my mind, but I think the most passionate people I have ever met are video game developers or people who wants to make games. But it bugs me that they never take the first step. I'm gonna be honest, it's the easiest one. They get stuck in the first step, and it bugs me that they are so passionate about this, but they get stuck in something so simple. So I don't know. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you enjoyed it. I'm still learning how to speak English like correctly. Sorry for that. And leave a like if you would like to see more, and subscribe if you like to. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video, of course.